Assalamu alaikum. I am starting with the lecture number 3 in road traffic accidents. And in this lecture, I will discuss the pedestrian injuries. They are primary impact injuries, which are on the first part, which is impacted. Then secondary impact injuries, that the further contact with the same vehicle. And the second injuries by striking on the ground or other objects, not the vehicle. And the tertiary injuries, which are also called as run over. And the primary impact injuries are basically the injuries which are due to direct impact of the vehicle, which is the first impact to the pedestrians. And the height of the victim usually determine the site and nature of the injuries. And they are usually found on head in children, on the side of the trunk in adults. And these injuries are due to fender, lights, radiator, or bonnet hitting the victim. If the pedestrian is struck from behind, he may sustain a fracture dislocation of lumbar or thoracic spine, and the femoral head can be slipped out of the acetabulum. If the victim is facing front to the vehicle, he may sustain intra-abdominal or intrathoracic injuries. Sometimes even the pelvis is fractured if the impact is at the level of pelvis. Then the secondary impact injuries, they are injuries sustained by the pedestrian after the primary impact due to subsequent impact on the same vehicle. And the second impact may be with the windscreen after striking the legs. That is, the person is rotated onto the vehicle and the head and the neck, they are going to strike to the windscreen. The role of center of gravity is important in the impact injuries. If the primary impact is below the center of gravity, the initial impact of the bumper will be on the lower legs and lower legs and the thighs. And the victim will be rotated onto the vehicle. That his back of the head and neck will be striking to the windscreen. The victim then rotates again and the legs coming to the roof and the person is rotated, and if the speed of the vehicle is high, the person will fall in the opposite direction, that the rear side of the vehicle. And if the car is at high speed even, then the victim may fall at the back of the car. And this is the situation. The second impact injuries, the head striking the windscreen, the movement continues and the person may fall at the back of the car. If the brakes were applied, the vehicle will decelerate and the person will continue to move forward and he will be thrown on front of the vehicle. And so there are two types of basically movement, the rotational and translational. Translational is in the direction of the movement of the car, and rotational depending upon the center of gravity. If it is below the center of gravity, the person will be rotated onto the vehicle, and if it is above the center of gravity, the person will be rotated opposite, falling in front of the vehicle. So if the impact is above the center of gravity, the victim was standing with both feet firmly placed and the impact is above the center of gravity, then the body will be thrown forward. That is only the translational movement. And if the feet are sliding forward, then both the rotational and translational movements will be seen. This is a diagrammatic representation. In picture A, there is rotational forward, and in B, rotational on the vehicle, and in C, the impact is on the sidewide and the rotational is on the front of the vehicle. Then the second injuries are due to the impact on the ground, other parts, not the other object, not the vehicle. And these injuries are found on the opposite side of the primary impact. Person may be violently falling on the ground, and these injuries include abrasion, bruises over the head, legs, hand, and hips, laceration over the bony prominences with the swelling of the dirt will be seen. Fracture of ribs are common. Then the skull and cervical spine may be fractured. The coup and contra coup injuries to the brain may occur. We will discuss in the upcoming lectures what are coup and contra coup injuries. All forms of intracranial hemorrhages and brain injuries will be formed. Then in run-over accident, the person is thrown forward. These are also called as tertiary injuries. Children are usually involved, and the severity of injury produced by running over depend upon the part of the body which is involved. When a limb is run over the wheel of a lighter car, the skin and subcutaneous tissues will be detached from the deeper attachments called as degloving. And if the wheel of the heavy vehicle, it will crush the part. The tire marks will be seen. Hot exhaust pipe, when in contact with the body, will cause burns. And if the wheel comes over the trunk, there will be rupture of the viscera, intra-abdominal viscera, they will be ruptured. If it moves over the fleshy part, which will result in extensive degloving called avulsion. The grease and oil stains may be there on the clothes. So this is a diagram showing on the leftmost diagram A is showing the primary impact on the back, and on the B is showing the secondary impact on the front. And in C, the primary impact on the right side, and on the left side and on the right side are the secondary injuries. This is another pictorial representation. So relationship between primary and secondary impact, this is the pushing forward and translational movement only. And this diagram showing if the impact is below the center of gravity, the person will be a little translational but more rotational, rotated on the vehicle. It is the level of the center of gravity, only the translational movement pushing forward. And if it is above the center of gravity, then the translational forward and rotational forward in front of the vehicle. Thank you very much. This is all about the lecture number 3. We'll discuss the rest in the next lecture. Thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.